Today we're trying to make a sick beat, instrumental, whatever you want to call it. Let's get right into it. Alright, so just a warning, this is gonna turn out terrible. The only time I've ever done anything like this was when I was bored, probably like 10th grade. I use this website called Splice, and basically you can just mess around and 16 different sounds, and you kind of it just loops them like every 10 seconds. So yeah. But yeah, this website is actually really cool because you can mix it, because each sound, each different instrument, you can up or down the volume, and then we got the delay you can add reverb to it. You got every note that you can make with it, all the way up and down. You got, I don't know, you can change the beats per minute, you can change the grid if you want to make it more intricate and stuff. You can add audio tracks. So I first started recording this a couple days ago, and since I'd never made any beats, any music of any kind, didn't quite turn out as planned. The first beat that I made sounded like a Mario track. I don't know, I didn't have a plan, but I was going for at least pop. The plan was hip hop, but since I'd never used it, I knew that wasn't gonna happen, and I had no idea what I was doing. So yeah. I do like this little drum line I got here. It's like a transition from one piano melody to the next. But we're gonna shut that off immediately. Alright, so the next beat turned out a slight bit better. The drums are okay. Melody's terrible, but I mean, it's better than the Mario, at least for what I was going for. So after doing a little research, I found out you can actually replace any of these instruments with some other hidden ones with the inspect element. These are just like the default ones, so I replaced some weird percussion instrument, I forget what it's called, the vibraphone, something like that, with some 808 drums to give it a more hip-hop sound. One of the problems I was running into while trying to make it sound like a hip-hop sound, trap beat, whatever you want to call it, is not having a good kick drum, a good hi-hat. So, got the bass, the 808 bass, and then the nice hi-hats, and then a better clap. With the original drum kit, the kick drum, you can't even hear them, turn it all the way up compared to that's normal volume. So, it's very different, and then the clap just wasn't a good clap. I mean, I don't know what's up with this drum kit. It's really quiet and just didn't sound good. So what I did was, I had a similar drum line to the one in the previous one, and then replaced it with an 808 drum with the new claps, and then put some of that heavy bass in. I just threw a crappy melody on it just to add a little more, just to see how it would sound with some type of melody on it. So yeah, that's where we are right now. I really can't say that I have made a beat yet. I mean, this was just experimenting with the drum line. This was experimenting a little bit with melody, mainly with this drum line, trying to figure out why it sounded so trash. But now we got the better instruments, and then this, we're not going to mention this, okay? So, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is that drum line. We're not going to make it exactly the same, I don't think. Should I go one later? Oh yeah. Then we're gonna kind of duplicate that. We could mix in some of some of the other hi-hats. But yeah, we're gonna switch up the grid. Gonna start out basic. Ooh, I kinda like that. So I'm trying to just throw in a couple mix-ups. Like right there, just to, switch things up. Because you never want it to just be the same thing over and over and over. So every so often, because there's a bunch of blank space right here, maybe we'll do a triple towards the beginning. Is that too early? No, that don't sound good. A little bit different. That's kind of nice. I kind of like this. Those two rolling into each other. Ooh. Alright, scratch that. Ooh. Okay, that actually doesn't sound that bad. Ooh. You got that lower volume second instrument, just adding a little fullness to it. I like that. Definitely not the right instrument though. Let's try electric piano. Nope. Bass? It's not even, not a single beat's on the bass scale. Sound good. The flute right there sounded amazing. What if we drag everything out actually? Okay, without the reverb, the flute sounds really electronic. Let's turn that up a little, actually. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. Alright, from the... Ooh. Yo, final product.